likes to travel? Do you like to travel? I like to travel. Who doesn't like to travel? Who likes some food? Do you like food? I like food. Who doesn't like food? I'm crazy about food and travel, man. So what's up? Welcome to Compodcastseries. This is your homeboy, Rolando Suarez III, BSHM 501, but you just call me RJ. Good morning and good evening. Welcome back to my podcast series. And today we're talking about the history of baking from ancient Egyptian to today. So what are we waiting for? Let's start! The ancient baking. The oldest known ovens were unearthed in Croatia in 2014. They are estimated to be 6,500 years old. The Egyptians were also pioneers in baking as the first recorded civilization to use yeast in their bread as long as ago as 2600 BC. Then, there was the Roman Empire Bakers Guild established around 168 BC. This organization, called the Pistorium, recognized bread bakers as skilled artisans. In fact, baking was held in such high regard that a festival was held once a year to celebrate Pornax the oven goddess. Middle Age. During the medieval period, ovens weren't a standard fixture in any home. Those who could afford wood-burning stoves and the fuel to heat them bake bread. The ability to produce high-quality bread helps people climb higher up the social ladder. In the Middle Age, wheat bread was reserved for wealthy people. Dense, rich cakes in exotic colors were only available to the highest echelons of the society. Poor people stuck with rye and black bread, and, if they could afford it, meat pies. 15th to 17th centuries baking. The introduction of saffron and other expensive spices helped baking to take off in Britain in the 15th century. Sweetened doughs buns, mincemeat pies, and gingerbread all entered the scene at this point in the history of baking. Economic growth and globalization in 16th and 17th centuries led to more decadent treats with butter, cream, and raisins. Baking became more accessible to the average person at this time, so families started to bake cakes and biscuits together. Late in 17th centuries, the price of sugar went down. The refined flour became available, bringing desserts to the forefront, including pastries, pies, and ice cakes. 18th to 19th century baking. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point to the accessibility of cake making in the average home, not only because of changes, taste, and the availability of ingredients, but because of revolution in technology, the development of semi-closed oven, and the publishing of the Art of Cookery in 1747 provided budding chefs with the tools and ideas they needed to try an array of cake recipes. As more women became employed in the 19th centuries, they had less time to devote to elaborate food preparation. As a result, convenience food grew in popularity, which cut down on the time women had spent in the kitchen. Also introduced in these centuries, baking powder transformed the dense yeast-based cake of the centuries past into the light, fluffy baked goods we know today. The importance of baking. The art of baking remains a fundamental skill and important for nutrition. As a baked goods, especially breads, are a common and important food, both from an economic and cultural point of view. A person who prepares baked goods as a profession is called a baker. Baking teaches you to be more cognizant of what you put into your body on a daily basis. Once you start baking regularly, you come to learn the action of certain ingredients or why one recipe worked while another failed miserably. So that's it, Pansit. I hope you enjoy listening. And again, this is your homeboy, RJ, signing off.